Hey everybody, this is Doug Kenny along with Justin, and we welcome Chase to Stories from Motorsports. Hey guys, how you doing?
Doing well.
I'm doing great. How about you?
Great to hear. Where are you at the moment?
Right now I'm at my house in Michigan, and yeah.
So where are you racing pretty soon?
I race this upcoming weekend in Tampa, Florida at Showtime Speedway, and that will be my first race in a asphalt super late model.
Great to hear. So Justin, fire away.
All right. So are you looking forward to that asphalt debut? Are you nervous or what's your feelings going into it, Chase?
Um, Definitely nervous. Hopefully we can just finish the race and build off of it. Kind of don't know what we'll expect until we get there and see. But yeah, just getting all the laps down and keeping the car in one piece. That'll be our goal for sure. And yeah.
Great to hear. So what kind of car do you drive?
Yep.
This is a Chevy. Well, it's a Chevy super late model. Yeah, it's a Van Dorn chassis, and they're out of Michigan, so they help us a lot. And yeah.
Pretty cool. What made you get into racing?
My family never raced. My dad's dream was to race with his dad, and never had the chance. And I kind of grew up watching NASCAR and little short track races and stuff, and got into it, and just kind of grew as time went.
What was your first NASCAR race you attended?
I was 2 years old, and my dad took me to South Carolina to Darlington, and that was my first race. And ever since, we went to a lot more.
What's the most notable ones you've been to?
Probably my first and the only Daytona 500 I went to. It was a few years ago. It was the year that Kurt Busch won, and that was probably one of the coolest races I've ever been to. Just how many people were there, and the atmosphere, and just everything that was going on there.
Great to hear. Fire away, Justin.
Okay. What's your plan moving forward here in 2022?
Well, obviously, I'd love to make it to NASCAR, hoping we could build like a bigger sponsors come on board with us. But also, we're looking towards the dirt late model side, and if we can run well this year in our debut season in a late model, maybe run the Lucas Oil Late Model Series or World of Outlaws on dirt. So right now we're kind of keeping our options open, but obviously my biggest goal, like since I was since I started racing, was to make it to NASCAR. But I wouldn't complain just to get a ride from anyone or in any car.
Great to hear. What do you think is the greatest team in the racing sport?
The greatest team. I don't know. Like in NASCAR, you got Penske, Joe Gibbs, and Hendrick. They're all top tier. But I probably couldn't pick out of them three. Well, they're all probably pretty even, but yeah, probably Hendrick or Penske though. Probably like top tier.
Yeah. What's your first race win?
What was that?
What was your first race win?
My first race win was in a quarter midget. I was 6 years old. It was in Lansing, Michigan. Yeah, I was 6, and it was one of my first few races. And yeah, I somehow got it done. I don't know much because I was so young, but I just remember I was 6 years old, and it was in Lansing.
Cool. You were gonna say something, Justin?
Yeah, I was. So what is your biggest takeaway from your racing career so far? I mean, who you have helping you, and who is your biggest help in racing right now?
Definitely my dad. My dad always pushes me through everything. Gets the best out of me personally. Um, Ever since I was young, and everything, he's always taught me everything I know. And it's just, I don't know. My dad's always been there for my whole life, and then especially my mom too. She she pushes me and make sure I'm the best at all, like all the times. And yeah, definitely my parents though make me the best who I am.
Pretty
That's
cool. What's
yeah.
your favorite racing movie?
Uh, probably like Talladega Nights, but that could be, I don't know. I like that one, but yeah, it's, I don't know, probably that one. It's pretty funny.
You ever seen Days of Thunder, I'm sure?
Yeah, that's pretty good too. But yeah, those are pretty close. Those two.
And they had one of the same cast members, John C. Reilly, in both movies.
Yeah.
So tell us, how many years have you been racing?
I am 17 now. I started, well, my first season of racing, I was 6, so 11 years right now and counting.
11 years, that's a long time. You ever pulled a bump and run on someone or spun someone out, or you're not into that?
Um, I there's one time that like I kind of like did it on purpose. It was back when I raced quarter midgets because we were younger, but he spun me out like countless times, and I'm normally not the guy to do it, but it was getting on my nerves. We were in Georgia, and I flat out spun him out, and then in Anderson 2 years ago, it's like a little bull ring, so it's hard to pass, and we were in the pro late model, and I didn't mean to like turn him. I meant to just bump him, get him out of the way, and go by him. But it was like my probably third race out, and I just pushed him too much, and he lost it. But other than that, I really haven't used the bumper that much.
Did the officials say anything to you afterwards, or?
In the quarter midget race in Georgia, no. And then in Anderson, they blamed, like the caution was on me, so I like went to the rear, and I talked to the guy. And he was chill about it, cool about it, because he understood I was only 15 at the time, and we weren't like up front anyway, so it wasn't like I took him out for the lead or something like that.
Yeah, not like you took him while you were a lap down and he was the leader. It wasn't like that.
Yeah.
Fire away, Justin.
So you said you're in the IMCA?
Yep, on dirt. Yeah.
Okay. So does the IMCA have some sort of tolerances for how many cautions you can be involved in? Because I know I have a buddy named Michael in the IMCA, and if you have more than one wreck, they pull you off the racetrack. They don't give you much to play around with for caution.
Yeah. All the races I've ran in a heat race, they'll make it like a one caution rule, like you spin out or wreck, you're out. But normally, all the ones I did in the features, though, you got pretty much two. You got the first, like a warning, then the second one you'd be kicked off. But yeah, last year I actually only got to run one time in the modified, and that was at Bristol. But yeah.
Yeah, I see what you mean. I bet Jimmy Johnson wishes that NASCAR had that rule at Martinsville back in 2011. Remember that, Justin?
Yeah.
I think it was Brian Vickers that got into several accidents that day.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, what are your hopes for the year, as schedule-wise? How many series are you competing in?
Well, this year we're kind of making it like we're not going to follow a certain series. We're kind of like we're picking and choosing out through the whole year. So that way we have equal amount of races with all 4 cars. And because last year we followed a tour and it was just super stressful because we would one weekend you just get like destroyed car and it had to be back together in like 2 weeks. So it was pretty difficult. And but this year kind of we have our schedule pretty much written out. But it's that way we don't have like we'll have 1 car this weekend and the next car next weekend. That way we won't have to be so fast to rebuild the car.
Okay. What sponsors do you have?
Our biggest one is Magnacore Racing Wires, and then Superfly Oil. My dad's shop's one of the biggest. It's Rob Service and
Rob Service. Wow.
Yep. And then Finish Line Auto Sales, and then I don't know. We had like two newer ones. I don't remember. The one's a coffee shop, and I don't know. Normally, I just look at the side of my car for my suit to go off. Express Auto Graphics, but it's hard for me to go off my head.
Yeah, it takes a lot of sponsorship to run a car. So
yeah, for sure.
So what would be your ultimate goal? I know you said NASCAR, but you seem like a very wise kid. Who would you want to race for and why?
Well, if it was NASCAR, I think I would love to run for like probably my biggest guy I'd love to run for is probably Penske. Penske I've been to the shop a few times and they're just Hendrick and all them guys, but Penske seem to like stand out for me. Just how everything is so clean and they're very professional about everything. And I don't know. I've always liked how they manage their race team and everything. And with that, they have their IndyCar team, and I don't know. I just feel like Penske would be the coolest place to race or coolest team to race for.
yeah, and they also own IndyCar in the Indianapolis Motor Speedway now, and
Yeah,
they run the Nashville weekend, the Music City Grand Prix.
yeah.
Penske is just so professional, and I had a coincidental meeting with him last year in Nashville for the Grand Prix.
Yeah, he did.
Yeah. Have you met any team owners?
I've met Joe Gibbs. I've talked to Penske before. Haven't Rick Hendrick. But not much, but just better than nothing, I guess.
Yeah.
So that's all we have for now, but we thank you for coming on.
Yeah, thank you for having me.
We'll definitely get you on in a few weeks' time as you get more into your journey and all that.
Yeah, sounds good.
What do you want, real quick, what do you want people to take away from your journey to this point?
Definitely that we're a big family group racing and a big family race team, and everything that we do is from hard work and everything, and hope to be successful this year and counting years, and yeah.
Definitely. So we thank you for coming on the show, and everyone, we'll see you next week for the next episode.